Good morning, everyone.
Project Baltimore came to this event, a groundbreaking for a new school at Furley Elementary, to speak with Mayor Brandon Scott and Baltimore City School CEO Dr. Sonia Santelises. Both were scheduled to attend. We'd been trying to speak with them about our recent investigation into overtime discrepancies within City Schools Police. But when we asked the mayor about repeated incidents involving potential misuse of taxpayer dollars, he didn't have much to say.
Do you think there's enough checks and balances in the school system when it comes to overtime pay?
We always need checks and balances, and we'll work with our school system to make sure that they have more.
Instead of explaining how he would work with the school system and whether that would involve an investigation, Mayor Scott changed the subject.
But I also wish you did the same amount of energy that you spend on stuff like that. I've never seen a Project Baltimore story talking about Baltimore City Public Schools being the largest jurisdiction in the country to build and renovate schools.
The questions we had for Mayor Scott and Dr. Santelises related to City Schools police officer and Dunbar head football coach Lawrence Smith. Just 2 months ago, in December, the mayor and Dr. Santelises took this picture with Smith after he won his 8th state football title. But recently, Smith has found himself at the center of a Project Baltimore investigation. He's also reportedly under investigation by the FBI, sources say in part over payroll irregularities.
We got good movement.
Since 2020, Smith has earned the most overtime of any Baltimore City Schools police officer, at least $218,000. When Project Baltimore obtained his overtime forms, we found examples of Smith logging hours at the same time he was seen in a live Facebook video driving a boat on the Chesapeake Bay. We found forms where it appeared he was paid twice for working the same overtime hours, or paid for working overtime hours and regular hours at the same time. We came to this event to ask Dr. Santelises how this can happen, but we never got the chance.
I'm sorry, Dr. Santelises couldn't be here.
Instead, the CEO's chief of staff, Allison Perkins Cohen, showed up. So we tried to speak with her.
Chris Pabst from Fox 45.
But similar to Mayor Scott, Perkins Cohen also did not have much to say.
Can I just ask you a couple questions about City Schools Police Department?
So I'm sure you have our statement. I know you've sent us a lot of MPIAs. We've given you all the information. So good to see you, Chris, but I know you have our statement.
These are the two statements City Schools has sent Project Baltimore concerning Smith's overtime. The first one explained how some overtime is managed and paid for by third-party organizations, not city schools. And officers have the ability to work remotely. The second statement reiterated that third parties often pay school police overtime. And when that happens, compensation depends on the employer, their rules, the contractual obligations with the police union, and other factors. Neither statement addresses the concerns we found in Smith's overtime forms. The statements also don't mention if City Schools is looking into the matter.
Do you guys have concerns about how the overtime is issued in police departments?
So, again, just check our statement that we gave you, because we gave you the response for that.
But your statement leaves out a lot of really important things. Like, for example, how can a police officer who's driving a boat be putting in a form for overtime?
We can come this way.
Can the school system explain that?
I have to get this.
Let me direct you to him.
I got to go get
right
this.
this way.
These are taxpayer dollars.
And
the school system constantly says it doesn't have enough money, but there does appear to be money
go to
paid.
The statement we gave you, because that's why we answered those questions in the statement.
But you don't answer the questions.
As we followed Perkins Cohen through the crowd trying to get answers for taxpayers, she approached Mayor Scott, helping remove a stain from his coat. So we waited patiently. When she finished, we resumed our questions.
Is the school system looking into this? Are you guys launching an internal investigation or anything?
It's always a pleasure to have you at these events. This is a wonderful day. We're celebrating Furley. Thank you for being here to celebrate the wonderful children of Furley.
I'm Chris Pabst, and this is Project Baltimore.